welcome to Believe It, a Naruto. Jeez, I can't say Naruto. I can't. It's one of those things where I thought it was a joke, and here we are, and it is real. It is a real struggle for me. I am Liam, the resident hater, and with me I have three large weebs, two simps, essentially. Ooh. One for...
Ooh, you're one of the simps.
It's us.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
so,
shit.
Are you kidding? You have three simps.
Listen.
It's me and you, dude.
I'm with my friends here, Dominic.
Hello.
He's the biggest weeb, I'd say, out of the three of us.
That is really hateful and rude.
It's a slur, basically. Next, we have our Sherpa here with us, Duncan.
The guy.
He is he's another breed of
He's a Naruto fanatic.
He is a fanatic. Like
honestly,
cult.
not even a joke.
He has 4 Naruto tattoos.
I'm kind of learning that I actually am a Naruto fanatic.
Duncan's
and I
first
wouldn't
tattoo
have defined myself before this podcast.
And
but
our last but not least, Katie, who is the biggest Haku senpai of, I think,
probably on record.
On record.
Probably ever.
Probably
in history.
Yeah. So
okay.
I mean, he's not. He can't be. Is he later in the show too?
I can't tell you
that.
I can't possibly tell you.
He's living through this one.
You think so?
I think so.
Let's get into it. Right away. We're hot on the theories.
We're hot. We're in. We're going. Do you want to break us down, Duncan, on what transpired within these last 3 episodes?
So this session we watched episodes, I believe, 11, 12, 13.
Yes, sir.
That being The Land Where a Hero Once Lived, episode 11. Episode 12, Battle on the Bridge, Zabuza Returns.
Yep.
And episode 13, Haku's Secret Jutsu, Crystal Ice Mirrors.
Take that.
So
How's that for a secret?
The sort of arc of this 3-episode span was that they finished up their training. Naruto and Sasuke rivaled each other into learning how chakra works, and then we kind of get into the re-confrontation with Zabuza and Haku, where the bridge is actually being built. They return after Kakashi and Zabuza have healed themselves over a week, and then they start to fight. There's a bit of family drama, backstory and stuff filling the gaps between these episodes, a little more context into the land that we're in and how Jeff Bezos has destroyed it. But mostly that's the thrust of these episodes.
Yeah.
Jeff Gato Bezos.
Yeah.
Gato?
I think that's fair.
Gato? Garo? Gato?
It's not Garo.
It's Gato. It's Jeff. It is Jeff.
Jeff Gato.
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. What do we
Jeff Bezos with the anime mullet.
So what did we think of these 3 episodes? How do you guys feel about them?
I thought they were kind of slow.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna be a little bit controversial for myself.
Okay.
But I'm starting to dig the little relationship between our 2 rascals.
Between Naruto and Sasuke?
Ooh. Hey, it's when they're by themselves, I'm I fucking hate these guys. But as soon as they're hey, we're buddies, or there's I was smiling. I found myself smiling when they were.
Wow.
Which is a huge step for me to admit.
Smile.
It did start to pop in this episode. Episode 11, Sasuke starts to talk more, which is nice, and a lot of it is them directly interacting with each other with no one else around as they work on climbing these trees. And they're I think the rivalry starts to take off in this because this is the first time that Sasuke kind of acknowledges Naruto as a rival. Naruto the whole time has been fuck Sasuke, I hate him. But this is actually the first time that he's oh, I can't lose to this idiot child.
Yeah. And there's the nice little reach out moment where he's hey, what did Sakura say? And he's get bent, you fucking idiot. I'm never telling you.
He looks over with the eye twitch and little blush marks, and it's kind of cute.
The eye twitch killed me.
Yeah, it's good.
The eye twitch was so funny.
I mean, this was a good episode.
The first one in this bunch?
I'm starting to buy in.
I think it was 3 good episodes.
Yeah, I was not mad at any of these, to be honest. I guess I literally, aside from episode 2, don't think any of them have been bad. I'm probably the most gentle critic of the actual content.
Out of 700 episodes, I think about 0 are bad.
2 is definitely
2
bad.
is bad.
2 is still the worst.
We can all agree that 2 is bad.
Yeah.
Inari is just kind of like the same as the kid from episode 2 all over again, just like
Konohamaru.
more tragic.
Well, he's not as annoying. He's like a weepy kid. No, Konohamaru's worse. For sure,
Yeah.
Konohamaru's worse.
No, I don't.
Inari's just sad.
Inari's
He's just
just
stupid
sad.
and sad.
He's just like a kid with a dead dad.
Who like somehow
he's
blames
not-
his dad for it.
He's not a kid with a dead dad. He's a kid that's been abandoned and then had a dead dad. You know, he basically adopted new
First
dad.
dad abandoned, second dad super dad.
Yeah.
Who do you
but
think?
And it's all his own fault.
Who do you think his birth dad is? Who do you
Kakashi,
think?
100%.
Kakashi.
Kakashi. I'm just gonna
What are
Kakashi.
you
Sorry,
doing?
excuse me.
This is a rough one.
Kakashi. Excuse me.
We let
Kakashi is
Liam-
his dad.
We let Liam intro this episode, and now he thinks he has too much power, and he's just going wild with it.
I
Kakashi.
can say whatever I want.
I can say
I'm the host of this goddamn podcast.
the reins are off. I'm running through.
I can't imagine that his dad matters. And if his dad does matter, that means he matters, and I don't.
You
I
want
don't
it.
see it.
don't
I
wanna-
don't
I just
want to
don't
deal
see
with
it.
that. Yeah, I don't
No.
want that to be the case.
Naruto has an incredible ability to make like children love him, which I guess is because he is like a stupid.
because he has the brain of a 6-year-old.
Right.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
like a
So
big
like
kid.
he's older, so they respect him, but he thinks exactly like them. Because this is the second baby that's like Naruto, I love you.
They did just
You're a hero.
recycle that whole thing, like, because there's a
Which makes it even weirder that they did it in the second episode. Okay, this is
Yeah, why?
that's
yeah,
not the episode that we're talking
Because
about.
you could have
This-
just cut that, and then it would have been more impactful later on.
in this episode.
Yeah.
Because now it just seems like a cheap remake of.
Welcome
Of
to
like-
Believe It, where we
Konohamaru.
just talk about episode
So
2 of
two.
Naruto
Yeah.
over and over again.
Just how much we hate that whole episode.
How much it's haunted us watching.
I
Naruto.
really, I don't super give a shit about the whole Inari thing. I think I like the bridge situation. Like, they're trying to give it more, like, something to work with in the episode, I think. But it's just, I can't give a shit about it. Plus, like, sometimes you'll get weird, like the voice acting of, like, the mother especially it's been hard for me to listen to.
Yeah, the voice acting's not great.
No, Inari, why would you say that to your grandson? Verbatim.
Listen,
That's exactly
Wow.
Like, the main characters don't have great voice acting. They're not going to be able to hire someone with a ton of talent to play, like, a side.
Are you kidding? I heard that person who does Naruto's voice also does Boruto, so
That
hear me out.
The person
Christ,
who does
really?
Sasuke's voice does like a whole bunch of anime and video game voice.
Sasuke's not bad.
It's like Yuri Lowenthal or whatever. He does every game.
I want to talk about Sakura.
I don't.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Poor
I had
Sakura.
hopes.
Why?
I had hopes.
Too bad. I'm looking at my notes, so I get to decide. So in episode 11, Sakura, while like the boys are having their like little rivalry time, Sakura goes with the bridge builder into like town, and we learn that this place is like just completely impoverished. Like, everybody is homeless. All the shops are
She's so
closed.
disgusting.
All the shops have nothing.
Sakura, we learn, doesn't understand what like
Yeah.
poverty is.
She's like,
She-
what's wrong with these people?
So gross and
Sasuke,
ugly.
they're just poor.
And they don't have houses. Look at them, so dirty. She's like, you know, she'll meet up with the Jeff Bezos character later, and she'll be like, "Yeah, you make a lot of points. These are dirty homeless people. Get rid of them."
Got like queen of zero social awareness, because yeah, she sees a homeless person, she's like, "What's wrong with him?" And then like a child beggar comes up, and she just like hands him candy and is like,
Fuck off.
"Bye, go away."
Run along.
This should do. This should do ya, right?
Yeah.
This
The
candy has-
nutrients
she
in like
also-
4 gumballs.
Is this what you
is
wanted?
She looks
insane.
around and she's like, "Why isn't there anything in the shops?" Like, just does not.
And like they've explained why.
Like, she knows why.
She's been there for every conversation surrounding this fucking.
She's literally
impoverished-
never seen a poor person
Is
before.
Sakura
Yeah.
ever really there for a conversation?
Well, I mean, that's why she has.
Ever really there in Naruto?
She's, and you know, I was kind of upset with this episode because it kind of baited me into think she'd be doing some actual combat stuff. But really, she was just
She kicked
abusing.
dude in the
She
face.
does
abusing. She was
yeah.
just abusing the
She
poor.
wins her first and maybe only fight
Yeah.
by
When she kicks
kicking a
the
homeless
thief.
man in the face
Yeah.
after he tries to steal her wallet.
Well, I mean, because like he touched her butt. If
No, he grabbed her
He
bag,
was
but
going
she
for her
was
bag.
just like,
Yeah.
she just thought.
Oh, okay.
He,
He was.
She freaked
caressed
out.
her.
She thought it
Because
was
she
okay.
does kick him saying, "You're a pervert," and then he's just like, No, I was trying to steal from you.
No, I just
I'm not a
wanted your
pervert, I'm a
gumballs.
criminal. I'm a
Your
different
bag
criminal.
filled with like miscellaneous candy.
We watched all these episodes together, and when Sakura handed the kid a bunch of candy, I think it was you, Dom, who leaned in and was like, she just gave him all of Naruto's ADD medication. Like, she just gave him all... Oh, that was Katie?
That's me.
I can't.
I
You're
did
both-
make the drug joke.
I
like,
get the twins
immediately
mixed
before.
up.
Yeah, I mean, we said Xannies, we said Adderall.
Yeah.
Could have been anything.
Really.
It wasn't anything helpful. It
could've
wasn't
been
anything the
street
kid
drugs.
needed.
She gave
No.
the kids
So
drugs
who fucking
to
cares
sell.
what it was? And also,
Katie, excuse you, it was actually supplements for his nutrition.
She gives him vitamins.
right, yeah, wrapped in weird foil.
Yeah.
In this same episode, she looks at a family portrait that has the dad very conspicuously torn out, and she's like, what's going on with this picture? Why is he missing? And it's like, you are the dumbest. Like, shut the fuck up.
I think-
And she keeps pressing it after
Everyone
it's
leaves.
clear
The whole
that
family
it's a
leaves
touchy
except-
subject.
She wants fucking answers. though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like cuts to everyone looking like horrified that she would bring it up, and she just like
The
keeps
kid runs
saying
off
it.
Yeah,
crying, and then
Inari
she's like,
runs
oh, what
away.
happened to him?
Yeah.
Fucking, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Fucking yeah.
Sakura just like does not know
She's
how
no
people
chill.
work.
She has no
But
chill.
to be fair, okay, I thought about this because Kaiza, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good job. You said his name right.
Is he like? Why would they rip him out of the photo? Is it just so Inari can have it?
It's because he ripped it out.
He ripped it
and
out to keep
goes
it?
and cries with it.
Because it seems like when you rip someone out of a photo, it's like
hate 'em.
shameful. It's
Well,
like
that's
Well,
the-
he does hate his dad.
He is ashamed of him, but he
why
also
keep
loves
it?
him.
No, because he
He's a
has it
fucking idiot.
framed in his
layered
room, and he
character,
just like
'cause
goes and
Inari's
cries
just
to
Paint
it.
the whole family
Nice.
portrait then.
Because he doesn't care about the whole
true,
family.
he
He
does.
only cares about the dead one.
I can't believe this is the thing that we're stuck on in this episode.
I'm mad stuck
we,
on it.
Yeah, we did get to learn about the where this the hero Kaiza, you kind of
Inari's
undersold-
dad.
Yeah,
Inari's adopted
He's a
dad.
hero of this village, and
We get a flashback where Inari is getting like full 80s movie bullied, where a kid has like stolen his fucked up looking dog.
No,
and
it's
is
a
like,
cat.
It's a cat.
it's a
it's a
fucking
dog
cat.
that looks like a cat.
No, it's
and
a
he's
cat.
like,
Tell me that's a dog all day, but that's a cat.
He's
That's a
like-
cat that learned how to bark.
We have to see if it's a cat in the manga. Like,
kid-
what is the mystery
Like, what
of this
happened?
animal?
I think they just draw dogs bad, but the kid's like, it's my dog now, and I'll name him like Starshine or whatever.
Shooting star.
Shooting
Shooting star, which is okay.
And then Inari's
Bad
like,
name.
no, give me back my dog. And the kid's like, fuck you, and just throws the dog in the water. He
he's like-
starts to drown, and then he like bullies Inari for not being able to swim to save his dog, then kicks him in the water, presumably to kill this child.
No. See, what happened was Inari was like, "Give me my dog back. I want to be like acting all tough." And then this fucking bully kid was like, "Okay, well, go get your fucking dog."
That is not
And
what
then it is exactly what happened. And then Inari was like, "Oh, I can't swim. I'm such a bitch. Sorry, dog. You gotta fucking die." And then the bully's like, "Well, you can't just let this dog die. So get fucked."
This
He
is
pushes
not
him in.
what happened.
This is
You are
exactly
like-
what
this is a
happened.
weird
You-
reading.
This is
of the
revisionist
manga.
Yeah,
history.
this is
Revisionist Naruto history.
Listen, and then he gets shoved in, and then he starts to drown, and the dog goes, "Fuck you."
Yeah, so the
And
dog
then-
learns to. The dog
Yeah.
can swim
Yeah.
and pretends that he
He baited
can't
him.
until
He did
Inari
bait
is
him.
drowning and then says "fuck you" and swims back to
Yeah.
shore.
Liam watches coming of age movies and it's just like, fuck the protagonist. I'm with these bullies. These like grease haired.
Liam watched the Goonies and like cheered
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
guy in the
Hell
car
yeah.
that ran the kid off the road.
Yeah, I did.
Like,
I cheer for all the bad guys. That's kind of what I'm about. Watch Silver Bullet, cheered on
just
the
like
priest.
a
Like,
weird
here we are.
bully apologist. This character, like the bully kid, is the least sympathetically written character
No,
we've had
he's-
so far.
he's-
No, like
Yeah.
totally one-dimensional, irredeemable, and
But,
you're like,
okay.
no, he was trying to help him grow up.
No, he wasn't.
It was-
He wasn't. Listen, the only reason why I say that like Inari was like a bitch about it, because like Kaiza says he was a bitch about it, like because he's like, where I come from, my dogs are like chill if you're like good to them. He's like, your dog ran away because you're a bitch, and then that's the reason why fucking Inari clings on to him because Kaiza is a
Kaiza
Chad.
nags him into.
Yeah, is a huge Chad.
Kaiza
He's
He's a
just
huge
fucking
Chad. Do you
G-checks
have that in your
this
notes? I do have Chad
Yeah.
Kaiza in my notes.
Yeah,
for sure.
and mind you, Inari is like 3 in this. Like he can't be more than 6 years old.
I will say he is between 3 and 5 in these flashbacks.
Yeah, he's
So-
probably like 5.
He's like he's a full baby.
So yeah, and then basically Kaizo's like, you have to fight for what is your, and he kind of did, but then he ran into the struggle of being from a water village and not knowing how to swim.
Well, he's a baby.
Listen, there are babies out there and like kids that can swim at young ages. You know, like people do that so they don't drown.
Yeah, but you know how they learn? Someone kicks them the fuck in.
Okay, so now we're
now
we're flipping.
Okay.
I'm just saying his mom should have pushed him in earlier.
His grandfather, who like.
Yeah.
I want to talk about his dad a little bit, because most of this episode is a flashback about like what happened to this family. And so the dad is like super cool. Everybody in the village loves him. There's like a flood going on, and he like teaches Inari the importance of not being a baby by like swimming in a really strong current to like close the dam so it doesn't get flooded. And then when Jeff Bezos comes to town to like wreck shit, it's kind of not specific, but he was the only one who like stood up to him somehow. Yeah. So Jeff Bezos breaks both of his arms and then crucifies him.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Which is fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. Like this show really like goes to some places,
and you know, now I guess like that was like I feel like that was like a reenactment of what happens to our Amazon workers when they try to unionize. Except for it's the factory that destroys them, you know, and you don't ever hear from them again. You just get
put into the machine and you come out as like affordable packaging that they use to send. Your skin gets turned into an Amazon box.
Hell yeah. And then so they do crucify him, and they even fucking kill him with the sword. I think it's our
the streetwear clown kills him with the sword.
Beloved streetwear clown does do.
Yeah.
Who we in between the last recording and this recording, the clown is the one that Katie likes.
I said that I remember saying, of course I don't like the clown. Yeah. It is the clown that I like.
History has proven me correct once again.
But he's kind of just like an e-boy. That's kind of just what e-boys look like.
He is like a 2020.
He's a 2020 e-boy.
And a lot of those.
Not that I'm into e-boys. I want that on the record.
You can say that.
You guys are really finding out way too much about us in this podcast.
I do. I thought for a second that the clown guy was like, because he wears his sleeves really long, so I just thought he was doing there's where he's keeping his hands crossed in his jacket,
like a b-boy stance.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I've never, but no, like hands in the jacket, sleeves loose, and I think like cause that just looks how it hangs
it's like
in the art.
It's like my Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Oh, of course.
Sweater.
Okay.
Wow, what a flex. So when his dad is crucified, the village lets Inari like into the front row.
Yeah, he gets
a front row,
which is great. Like
it is wild.
Somebody take that kid away.
Nobody in that village. Nobody in that village was like, we better
not let him witness his father getting brutally murdered by a mob boss.
Any respect for like Kaiser or whatever, they wouldn't let that happen. But they're like, honestly, low key, like that guy was showing us the fuck up, and like
he was way too cool.
He's way too fucking cool for this village, man.
Hey, you know what? Inari needs more daddy issues, like front row.
And we do.
Inari's birth dad was in the crowd. He was the one who pushed him to the front. watch what happens.
You should see this.
Who are you? No fucking.
Don't worry about it. Kid. So then the flashback ends. Naruto calls Inari a bitch.
Honestly, fair.
And then Kakashi's like, Inari, you should know. Naruto's also an orphan. You guys.
Naruto's also a bitch. You should know.
Also a bitch orphan.
And what he was telling you, he probably tells himself every night.
Just looks
like looking in the mirror with a cat of nine tails, just whipping himself like you're weak. You're a coward.
Orphan bitch.
Kakashi says like what he said to you. He said to himself 1,000 times. Yeah.
Stupid bitch, what do you think you're doing?
And then we kind of get back into like the actual plot of Naruto. This episode was like a weird aside for a family that is like not gonna matter for very long. Weird that they dedicated an entire episode to it, but what are you gonna do?
You gotta know the backstory.
And then we get to episode 12 where Naruto learns how to like use chakra. He meets Haku in like a non-combat scenario.
Yeah.
Haku is like wearing a choker and like a beautiful pink kimono and is just picking herbs in the forest.
Is there like do you think he's picking the herbs for like a specific reason, or is that like just
tea?
Yeah, or like healing Zabuza.
That's what I thought. But I mean, there is no sign. Like, never came up as a thing that he was doing. It's just an excuse for Naruto.
It's not important. What's important is that this scene is all about how beautiful and perfect Haku is. So much so that Naruto sees his face and immediately falls in love.
Yeah, immediately starts blushing and calling Haku sis after like every
sis
sentence
is so
for
weird.
some reason.
Sis was weird.
Sis
you don't call Sakura sis.
That's such a funny way to like
because
be like
Sakura's
I think he's a girl.
He thinks Haku's a girl, guys. Yes.
Yeah, they're really like heavy-handed with that. It's
but Haku is just absurdly, like, ethereally
So
beautiful in
beautiful.
this scene.
and like animated perfectly. Like it's just it is kind of
like
wild.
they've early going in the show, they've never tried to make any character look as good. They're just like, come on.
No, this show has a real problem actually with like showing characters in like still frames really ugly.
Really ugly.
Oh, they did Sasuke dirty in this episode too. They caught him cross-eyed.
They do, like,
The only person they don't do dirty is
Is
Haku. They
Haku.
take like very careful like attention to detail to make sure he always looks beautiful.
That's just Haku's like only defining trait thus far. It's like he's just a beautiful boy.
We do learn that he was like a little beautiful orphan, like a raggedy beautiful orphan child who Zabuza just like encountered on a bridge and I guess decided to adopt because he could see how
first of all, you skipped a very important thing
The
that
dog?
I think he's a dog abuser, okay?
well the dog listen
Look, the dog was trying to feed his babies and he just
then
kicked the shit out of it.
he didn't know that when he kicked the dog. He was trying to feed him.
I think
man.
off screen, Haku fed the puppy.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I do
that
think
happened.
Haku fed the
no,
puppies, for
Of
sure.
course, Haku
He
fed
for
the
sure
puppies.
ate the
puppies.
dog and the puppy.
Haku is such a gentle soul. He sees Naruto sleeping in the forest, could fucking kill him, knows that he's the guy who
He
fought
goes for
Zabuza.
the
He
choke.
goes for it, yeah.
He
And
goes for the choke.
But then thinks better of it, wakes Naruto up, and is like, "Are you a ninja? That's so cool. You're so strong and cool." And like gasses Naruto up for no reason.
Yeah.
And then leaves, being like, "You'll be very strong one day." Like that's an absurdly chill
And, like,
move.
by the
Haku's
way,
got
I'm
a
a
good
boy.
heart.
But
by the way, I'm a boy.
By the way, not your sis, bro.
Lets him have the whole conversation, assuming he's a girl, though.
and then, well, he knows.
Well, yeah, he knows.
Yeah,
Like
he
knows.
Haku's not.
You can't be that beautiful and
Messing
not
around.
know.
Haku is messing around.
Yeah, I don't like that was. I mean, that reads to me as Haku will be back later. Like I don't think he dies.
Well, he's back literally at the end of this episode.
No,
Yeah, he
I
was
mean,
back.
I mean,
No, like
I mean
later,
after
later.
this
Yeah,
fight.
yeah.
Like I don't think he's eaten it.
I think it's just showing that like Haku is not, he's works for Zabuza, but he's not like evil. Even when he's fighting Sasuke later
Yeah,
in these
no.
episodes, he says like,
Yeah.
"Just leave, man, and then I won't have to kill
Well,
you."
and he explains it to Naruto. Like, I'm just doing this because there's someone I really care about.
Yeah. And it's
So-
Zabuza
And then
who
Naruto-
saved me from homelessness. Like his
Yeah.
trajectory really tracks.
This also confirms that everyone involved with Naruto actually does know how to draw a dog. So I'm not sure why Poochie.
Oh,
is
shit.
so fucked
It's
up.
Oh my god!
It's the dog he kicks is
So
a
there's
normal looking
no
dog.
excuse for
and the
shooting
puppies
Star.
are also normal. Like
Yep.
I was trying to think of other dogs, and yeah, like there is one right there for us.
Yep.
Oh my god!
So it's not
So
just
it's
like
a cat.
It's
I know-
not
I
just
know
in
this
like
is an
an
audio
in-universe thing, but
It sucks that like we can't show you a
It
picture.
doesn't matter.
of
It's a
this
dog that fully looks like a cat.
just Google Naruto Poochie right now, and it'll probably
Is
come
its
up.
name Poochie?
yes.
So its name is Poochie, and the bully's like, "No, Shooting Star's a better name."
Yeah, because they were
Poor
gonna
dog.
yeet him like a
Like-
shooting star through the sky.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, that's an assumption you're making.
that is a
wild assumption.
What
But
if-
why the fuck else would he be called
Yeah.
shooting
He's
star?
checks out.
Because he's a fast dog.
He's a cat. What is a cat but a fast dog?
So yeah, Haku has this great conversation with Naruto where the show loves Haku. This is
Yeah.
the first character
Yeah.
that I think the show really likes.
Yeah.
Can I say my
Like-
favorite? Naruto says. Naruto says, "No way, he's prettier than Sakura."
Yep.
It's just so glorious.
We got more of
course it's
Sasuke
prettier.
just talking and just his only dialogue in this episode is just calling
Naruto a loser.
Loser.
the whole
Yeah.
time.
Loser.
Yeah.
Well, no, this is also the episode
Only
where
losers
he says
skip breakfast.
where they start fighting Zabuza. And Zabuza says, "Oh, look, he's trembling."
Oh, horny.
And Sasuke says, "I'm trembling,
trembling.
with excitement."
Yeah,
And then
so-
Rex, like 6 of Zabuza's water clones. Fucking
Yeah.
get him, Sasuke.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Continuing to prove that he is, despite the fact that Naruto's improved, so clearly the strongest one out of all of them.
Yeah.
Well, they were
I thought
only
it was a
1/10.
super cringy line, but then he immediately fucked up the clone, so I was like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
saved
You
himself
get a
from the
pass.
cringe.
Yeah.
Saved
And
him.
then, so right after he fucks up the clones, I can't remember what character it is. I think it might be Haku, who says like, he knew they were water clones. And it's like, yeah, there were 6 of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what did you...
He's watched the same fight transpire before.
Yeah, it's literally
Yeah,
happened.
like you've met.
This
Dummies.
The problem, I guess, the weird anime trope here, I guess, is just having to re-explain shit that's already happened. Like it kind of implies that like you could kind of jump in and be like,
it's a reminder that we are watching a children's show.
Yeah, this is
We're
a show
recording
for
a podcast.
I mean, I'll talk.
Sure.
I'll talk shit about it, but I do kind of need it. I do kind of need those explanations.
He's the target audience.
What's a water clone? What?
Huh? How are there 5 of him? Does he have brothers? We've never met them.
the twins of Zabuza.
We haven't met Gabuza before.
Gabuza, Habuza, Babuza.
Flabuza.
That's the inexplicably fat one.
Yeah.
That would be a crazy. That'd be a crazy twist, actually. Like as this
He just
fight
kills his
continues,
5
more
brothers.
Zabuzas show up, and it's like these aren't water clones.
These ones are real.
And Sasuke still just kills all his brothers and shit.
Just murks all of them. Anything we want to say about episode 12? This is kind of Naruto has like a super good sleep fit. Naruto sleeps in a fishnet shirt,
Hell
which is
yeah.
like
But no,
Yo,
he wears it
fucking
like
iconic.
underneath his weird jumpsuit too.
so. Naruto just never takes
has,
off
like-
his fishnet.
Yeah, he's always.
He has like,
Naruto's
Yeah.
always wearing fishnets.
oh no,
Hell yeah. That's.
that's alarming.
It's not
honestly.
alarming. That's
It's not
exactly
alarming.
what I
It's
would
powerful,
expect.
and it's a
Do you
fashion
think
move.
does it ever happen later where the jumpsuit gets removed and he's just wearing fishnets?
It happens in the Naruto hentai that I've watched.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Hinata, huh? He's there for Hinata.
I'd like it on record that I have not watched. Listen, I
Okay.
realize that my past conversations on this podcast might lead you to believe.
The words
Like
that
it on the
have
record,
said,
I have
yeah.
not watched Naruto hentai.
I don't really know what to
Okay.
believe anymore.
Goes home and clears his search history.
all
Throws
my
his phone across the room.
all my notes for this episode
How do you
were about
factory
Haku.
reset a computer?
Burn it and get a new
You
one.
just
It's
have to
too
take
late.
that, yeah.
It's too late for you.
It's already wormed its way in.
Jesus.
So
yeah, that's actually the end of this episode. Is Sasuke messing up these clones?
We're back into like kind of the combat phase of Naruto, where like plot-wise, there's not a ton for us to talk about because a lot of it is just like, well, shit, man. They talk about Haku for a long time at the start of episode 13 because he's like wearing a mask. They like roast him for 3 full minutes for being like,
Who's this
"You're
bitch
a
with the
loser.
mask?
You tricked us, asshole. You're wearing your mask. Oh, you think you're a big
And they-
fucking
yeah.
boy with your mask."
And they
And,
just
like-
repeat themselves.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
like,
literally every
every-
character has a line of dialogue about the mask.
Every
and it
character has the same line of dialogue about the mask.
Yeah, it just leads into another
And
comment
half-
about
yeah.
the mask.
And half the characters who are commenting on the mask have
Yeah,
masks.
Kakashi, you can see one eye. And Kakashi's talking shit like, oh,
Fuck
real
this mask.
coward move to hide behind the mask.
But also, like, hey, we're ninjas, bro.
And he's an assassin. Like, he's wearing an assassin mask to hide his identity.
yeah, like
makes sense.
You
They're
know
so-
why he's wearing the mask.
They're
It's
so
just,
bitter that he tricked them. That they're just like...
He's so bitter that like he was an actual ninja for 4 minutes, and you're like, I can't believe this guy.
I can't believe you did this to us. Haku, how could you?
How could you?
Fucking Haku.
Sasuke starts to fight Haku in this episode, and Katie, while watching it, was fully like, "Get him, Haku!" Like,
Yeah.
full betrayal of Sasuke.
It's a good fight.
But Sasuke's so good.
I'm
How
torn,
dare
but I
you.
want Haku to win. I do. I know who's gonna win.
I mean,
but
and he
I'm
kind of
he
does.
he
if
would've-
it's Haku versus Sasuke, like
yeah.
he kinda
Haku
tore
1v1 Sasuke,
into
he
him.
would destroy Sasuke.
Is this
Yeah.
is this the episode where Sakura intervenes? Is that next
Yeah,
That's this
Yeah,
one. That's
that's
this one.
this.
So again,
We're on to
they
episode 13
still
now, more or less.
fucking dunk on Sakura because
Yeah.
she has a moment where the like fucking Sasuke's what is it? Kunai? Is that what they call
Yeah,
it?
it's a kunai.
Yeah, so his kunai gets kicked over and she picks it up and you're like, oh shit.
She's gonna do
Yeah.
something
Fire.
finally.
Yeah, like she
Yeah.
like
She's like motivated by saving Sasuke.
What I thought was gonna happen because she's got the better chakra reading skills. I thought she was gonna read where he was and like jump in and fucking nail him. But
Yeah.
no, Haku's just
No.
like grabs the fucking kunai and is like, what were you doing?
Yeah, immediately catches it. She's like, "Oh, he caught it!" And it's like, "Yeah, you threw one knife. He's a very good ninja.
He's
What did you think was gonna happen?" Like,
Yeah.
but
And then
this,
3 seconds later,
Naruto appears.
Naruto just shows up and
yeah, he
hits him.
shows up late to the fight and clocks him.
But
Yeah.
Anyway, we skipped past the entire episode.
Yeah, well, it's fine. But I want
We'll go back.
to. I want
We'll
to
rewind.
stay on this for a second because this is another example. The show does this all the time. Of like, we've spent a couple episodes kind of hyping Sakura up, like she's the best with chakra.
Yeah.
Kakashi,
And she goofs
Kakashi
up and
says
never
that
gets
Sasuke's the best
anything.
fighter and she's the best young mind in the village. Like, the
Kakashi
world of
says that.
Naruto would have you believe that this is a competent character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we've
Yeah.
just had no proof of
And
this.
then they just immediately undercut it whenever she tries to do anything.
Yeah.
Like, give her something.
Yeah,
I would be,
she's
I would
so
be,
bad.
I would be so shook if she hit Haku. I'd be pissed. She would drop.
I wanted it to happen so bad.
Well, and like they don't
I
even
did-
give her like relatable, like, because they send out Kakashi to go talk to Inari, right? Like it would be cool if she was like the one who talked to him, right? Like, he's kind of an idiot, but like, he means well. Like
and that would have been interesting because it also would have like furthered her development in terms of how she feels about Naruto.
anything.
Anything.
But they
Yeah.
but I think the show treats Sakura as like
It forgets that she exists.
well, it treats her like she is the viewer, like she is us. Like, so when she's a
Just
dumbass
raging on the inside the
when
entire
she's a
time?
dumbass, and when she's she does all this shit. I think that like really the showmakers are like, this is what the fans are. So we have, when Sakura goes, what's going on? We're explaining it to you, dumb.
I want to enter a space for a minute, and I would like you guys to come with me. Katie, how would you, if Sakura had been the one to like disarm Haku? I just want you like put yourself there mentally for a minute, and kind of walk through how that would have gone for you.
I'd be really upset. But you know what this really proves to me, this moment? Is that the person who loves Sasuke enough to save him is Naruto.
They're super gay in
that's
these
true.
3
They're
episodes.
super in love with
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah. I think it's solidified as they're like coming back from the trees, like arm in arm.
Yeah.
Just like beat up.
and then immediately just drops and is like, you fucking loser.
Yeah. That's what you get, loser.
No,
Yeah, but
they
they're
fall
like-
over together.
No.
Yeah. No, they fall over together.
They fall over
They fall over
together.
together, and then
And
Sasuke
Sasuke
tries to
lies,
play it
yeah.
cool by being like, Naruto collapsed, what an idiot.
fucking-
When he's also lying on the ground.
pulled me down with him.
Yeah, and then
Loser.
he pulls him down on top of
loser.
him, and
You
then
kiss
they
my
stare
neck.
eye to
You kiss
eye,
my neck, you
and they
loser.
kiss
You
past.
loser.
It literally is like
Get over
they
here,
are.
loser.
Oh my god.
man.
Let's climb a tree
I
together,
wish
loser.
I wish anime was brave enough to just make the characters gay that should be gay.
I mean, we don't know. We don't know
don't
where
know.
the show goes.
I
That's
mean,
true.
listen, if Naruto, no, Jesus, if he was gay, Hinata wouldn't exist in the show. So you better fucking bless your stars that they weren't gay.
Hinata exists to be more than just a
Well-
girl crushing on Naruto. She has her own whole arc.
Okay,
We just haven't gotten there
that is
yet.
yet to be seen.
Yes, she is a fantastic
But also-
character all on her own. She is more than just
Oh.
Naruto's aspiring girlfriend.
Well, actually, no.
okay?
She is.
Put some
she's,
respect on
she's
her name.
Naruto's side piece, 100%.
Well, Naruto doesn't even, I think, know that she exists.
Well,
so
yeah.
I
even
don't
that
even
is-
know she exists.
We're getting.
I was
We're
Seen
getting
her
gonna
for 2 seconds.
she's
Yeah.
not in these episodes. Can we just cool it until she's on the screen, please? I beg you.
I will not. Simply will not.
We did kind of skip this whole episode, so
Yeah.
do we want to?
Well, they fought. And
I want to talk about my favorite part of
They
the
do
episode.
fight. Haku
what's-
does like
what's
a
Katie's favorite part of the
one-hand
episode?
jutsu.
Yeah, so Haku does the one-hand
Okay.
jutsu, which like summons this crazy mirror dome.
And
Right?
Kakashi is like, "This is the first time I've seen one-handed jutsu," which
Yeah.
is
Which is a
cool.
lie. It has to be.
Do you think?
No,
do
I
you
think Haku's just sick.
Do you think it's like implied that like it's a mirror, so he doesn't need to do two? Like
Oh.
it's mirrors, so
That would
one
be-
hand is enough.
That would be cool.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
That's
I
just
like
a
that
guess.
theory.
That's just
I
my
think
theory.
probably they didn't think that hard about it, but I prefer that.
I
narrative.
did.
Yeah.
And so my next thought was that imagine a Haku ASMR podcast.
I,
oh, 'cause
Wait,
he
wait,
is-
wait, wait,
he
wait.
is
In the
so
dome,
gentle. He
in
is
the
so
dome,
gentle.
his gentle, beautiful voice.
He is so.
talking to
oh,
Sasuke.
coming from every direction.
As he's like, I'm
I'm
about to fuck you up with a million needles,
I'm gonna
Sasuke.
tear that ass.
Yeah, but it's like the
up,
nicest.
Sasuke.
It's like the nicest thing I've ever heard.
We didn't have to do this.
I was
kill you.
I was gonna ask for clarification if you meant
was
an
never-
ASMR podcast where Haku
No.
records it.
Yeah, by
or
Haku.
an ASMR podcast where we
No,
just
no.
whisper about Haku.
Yeah, by Haku. I want to
Okay,
get trapped in
from now on-
Haku's
From now
ice
on,
dome.
we should just whisper.
his-
Whenever Haku,
And it's
whenever
crystal
Haku
mirror
is to be
jutsu.
discussed, it's
Yeah.
just. Hi guys, welcome to the Haku discussion podcast. I'm your host Duncan, along with my 3 co-hosts Tom.
But it's not as beautiful as Haku could do.
Well, yeah, it's never gonna be. I'm not as beautiful as Haku, so how would I possibly live up to that?
That's what I'm saying is give up.
That's what Haku would want us to do. So we can't. Fucking.
Haku would never want us to give up.
No,
Haku is
Haku-
the most supportive.
No,
boy
he
in
kicks
this whole
dogs,
show.
man. I don't know what to tell you.
You are such a fucking
He kicked
hater.
one dog.
Okay, you know what I've never
He
done my
kicked
whole
one
life
dog,
is kick a dog.
and
You
then,
know what
like-
you've also never done in your life? Almost starved to death and had to go through a dumpster for food.
And,
I've done that.
It's
just
probably
on
implied
the
he
fuck-
feeds the dogs, right? He doesn't
It's
take the
implied-
food.
It's
the
implied that when he
dogs.
sees the puppies,
Yeah.
he feeds the dogs.
I don't see
I
that
don't see
implication.
why you hate dogs.
Yeah.
He's jealous. He's
Listen, we all know.
I don't
jealous.
like that we didn't see the interaction between Haku and Zabuza, because why would Zabuza give a shit about a dude sitting on a bridge?
Right.
Because
And
he
he
saw
looks
him
so
kick the
evil.
dog. And there's even an evil shadow.
Yeah, the like
He was-
demon shadow.
No, we might
He is the
get
demon of the
more
mist.
of that. I don't know. Because we're about to, like, the next several episodes are just this fight.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first long
There's gonna be some
fight for
flashbacks,
Naruto.
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be some flashbacks. I was saying earlier, I remember this arc, but this is an arc where, like, some details are foggy to me. Once we get into, like, the one after this is when I could basically beat for beat talk through the plot of Naruto.
Great. That'll be good.
Like, I don't even need to watch. I can just step in and be like, oh, what'd you guys check out? Oh,
Should we
that
try
were all
that
the-
for those episodes? As
Oh,
we
that'd
don't,
be a fun
we don't
little
even watch.
experiment.
Duncan, it's not.
You guys all watch, and then you just cross-reference how much
Oh yeah, we just
Ooh.
test you.
I'm the one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be
We'll
the
do
one.
that
I'll
at
be the
some
one
point.
describing it, right? So then you'll be really confused because.
Oh, and then I'll jump in to correct you over and over again.
No, that didn't happen. And then Naruto is a bitch.
I can't participate in plot discussions. Couldn't do it.
Katie is the person who it flashes back to the last episode, and she's like, "Oh yes, excellent, thank you
Yeah.
for rounding that out." This episode, Naruto fights
Clown
Streetwear
boy.
Clown
Yeah.
and his partner after they like kidnap
His unnamed partner,
his unnamed partner. As they well, he kind of looks like
Streetwear Clown and Co.
And
he doesn't
Pirate
have
Eye
hair.
Patch.
He doesn't have the same hair as Denzel Curry, but he has hair that I feel like Denzel Curry could have.
Yeah, he's also
Denzel
scarred.
Curry would rock that.
Yeah.
He's also scarred. He's got like the weird scar on the fucking top of his head there, and he's got
Yeah.
an eye patch and shit.
And like multiple ponytail
Yeah, hell
things.
yeah.
I don't know. It's a brazy design, to be honest.
So yeah, they bust into.
Somehow it stands out less than Streetwear Clown.
Yeah. Well, because he's not wearing a shirt. It's very
Yeah.
forgettable.
Yeah. They bust into Inari's family home or the bridge builder's home or whatever, and they go, "Come on, bitch, you're coming with us."
And it's like very sinister. Like I don't know what tone this show is trying to strike with this kidnapping, but like
It's pretty dark.
it's pretty
Yeah.
dark, and they're like almost kill Inari, and then they look over at her and they're like, "Don't worry, we'll treat you right." And it's like, what?
Well,
is
and
this?
she's like,
Yeah.
"I'll come with you. I'll do whatever you want."
Oh,
And
yeah,
there's like
she's,
a pause on
desperately
that
like,
moment.
I'll do
it's
anything.
like,
And it's like, yeah,
oh,
like
no.
it was weird. I
Yeah, it
wasn't
was-
sure what I was supposed to feel.
The
about
implications.
The implications are
Frightened
pretty
me.
dark.
The writer of this episode watched one episode of Berserk and was like, "Oh shit, yeah, I gotta get that in."
it. Right.
Wow.
Other anime reference
pull.
count for the episode. Yeah. Like,
What a pull.
But yeah, no. Then quickly realized this is a shonen
children's show.
This is a children's show.
yeah.
I mean, we watched a dude get crucified with 2 broken arms. Like,
Children show. I mean, the Bible had Jesus die.
Yeah, and the Bible is
Yeah, but
also a
it's a
children's
children's
show.
book.
It was
Yeah,
adapted to
yeah.
a children's cartoon.
book.
That's probably
the Bible's
literally
my
true at some
favorite
point.
children's anime.
I,
Shonen Bible.
I'd love to
yo,
see.
the Bible
Yo,
kind of is a shonen.
Yo, I think there
anime.
actually is. This is way so off topic. I think there is an anime that has like Jesus, Buddha, and like one like
Yeah, it's
and
Full
then-
Metal Alchemist, idiot, father.
but like I think there is like a slice of life anime where they're like roommates.
I love that.
What?
That's flames.
That's next season. Wow.
But yeah, so Inari, he comes back to his thought process. And he's like, "It can't be a bitch anymore. I gotta save my mom. I'm 8
I'm
years
8
old.
years old and I'm about to fight 2 grown men with swords.
And he just
yeah.
charges at them.
Yeah.
They
He
really,
does
this
just
show
charge,
does
yeah.
Inari dirty by like calling him a coward for not like
Yeah.
trying to take on 2 adult males with blades.
Yeah, well, he is
Yeah.
a coward. Okay, in a world of ninjas, if you can't fight a samurai,
He's not a ninja.
okay, well, that's his first fucking mistake.
He's a child. I don't know if he can even be a ninja. How old do you have to be a ninja?
I don't think there is an age.
13.
Like at least 12, 13.
Well, yeah,
probably.
and we look.
At
Yeah,
least 12.
Well, actually, I'm not giving him any breaks. You know why? Because Kakashi says there's some ninjas out there that are stronger
He's
than you.
not a ninja. He's like a fisherman kid.
Okay, but that implies that there could be a ninja that old. So
Your standard.
He's just
okay.
lacking. He's just lacking. Inari's just fucking.
The way that you treat
he lived
this
his
show,
whole life crying and whining when he could have been practicing.
The way
to be a
that
ninja.
the standard that you judge
He could've been on
characters
the
by this
street,
show is like imagine
kicking dogs.
if you did this in real life. You would be like watching a little league game and be like, I don't know, Aaron Judge would have hit that out of the park.
Yeah, I do that.
Fuck this kid.
What the fuck
It's like
am I watching this for?
Not everybody is the best at everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, but in a world of ninjas,
Sakura's the best.
They're not all ninjas. Ninjas are like a specialty thing.
No, I've seen more ninjas than I've seen
because
regular
it's
people.
focusing on the ninjas. What do you think?
What about, like, there's a dude who just builds bridges, Liam?
He's a ninja
this is the
bridge
segment
builder.
of
There's
the
a
show
whole
where
town of poor people.
He's not a ninja bridge builder.
This is the segment of the show
His ninja jitsu
where
is
I
bridge building.
remember that Liam,
Bridge
I don't
jitsu.
think knows what like storytelling is.
I know what storytelling
We've
is.
known that for a long time.
Listen.
It hits me every week.
How dare you? No, listen, I know what storytelling. I'm making a goof, Duncan.
You're fucking stupid. You're an idiot.
If I didn't make
Watching
if
like
I didn't make arguments, fucking this show would go nowhere. Okay, we'd all just be gushing.
We would just be having a good time talking about Haku.
Yeah, I could,
and then
absolutely.
you're
Can't
I
do
could
that.
gush about Haku more.
and then you're sitting around being like,
I could talk about Sasuke.
yeah.
And I'm talking about how dumb and annoying Inari is.
Trembling with
Okay, I'm not letting you guys get away with calling Inari like a just
Your critique when it's
He's
like
not
he's
like
not
a
a
great
ninja is
character,
that like
but-
he should be.
Yeah, like,
Like,
he is. There's no question. He's a little victim. He's a little victim.
Yeah, but his whole character arc in these 3 episodes is overcoming that to be something better than what
He doesn't
was.
overcome it. Naruto saves
He's
him.
honestly not that bad.
No,
of a
but he
cha-
showed bravery
yeah,
for the
he
first
does.
time,
He's
and that
honestly
was
not
the
that bad
whole
of a
point.
character. The show treats him with an amazing amount of disrespect because it, like, the narrative overseer of the show keeps being like, yeah, Inari's a coward. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, he's an 8-year-old who watched his stepfather get crucified and doesn't have any combat training. So let's maybe cut him some slack. Like,
Zero
what?
chance.
He's like mourning his dead dad.
No, I'm with
Like,
the show. I'm with the show on this one 100%.
I think the show is Inari is the character that has done the most dirty aside from Sakura so far in this show.
In a show where ninjas and revenge happens, you know, at young ages. Yeah, Inari's like a hiccup away from being his own fucking show where he's the main guy. You know what I mean?
Maybe he is. We haven't seen Shippuden.
Yeah,
We haven't seen
Time
We
skip.
haven't seen
Inari is a
Boruto.
fucking pimp.
he's a water ninja that throws fish at people, and that's his whole fucking shtick.
He uses bridge jutsu to fucking just build bridges.
See, this would
Oh
be
my God,
great.
you guys are gonna hate it when more jutsu start to get introduced. If these are the jokes you're making about jutsu, if these are like, yeah, these are dumb sounding jutsu, you are not gonna like where this show
No,
goes.
I already know
I'm
fully
gonna
where
love
it's
it.
going.
Yeah, it's going straight to fucking
going straight to
book
bridge
jutsu,
Dude, we
Bridge
opened with
jutsu.
sexy jutsu. Well, like, what can get worse?
Yeah.
microphone jutsu. Fucking
Naruto arrives and immediately kills Streetwear Clown and Denzel Curry.
does he kill him? He just kicks him. No,
Well, he
he
fucks him.
probably kills him.
He kind of fucks him
He
up.
kind of kills him.
Do you think? Did he kill them in the manga? Are they dead?
I don't think the main characters really kill anybody, even in the manga.
So my question.
It's
They
all
just like beat him
non-lethal.
up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, it didn't tie him up or anything, and like left that to Inari. If Inari can't
That's true.
do anything, like what's he gonna? He doesn't. I guarantee you, Inari does not know how to fucking tie a knot.
That
Well,
is,
they're-
you know what? I'm gonna give you that one. That's a great point.
So he just, you got it from here, kid. And like his mom's still knocked out,
Yeah.
probably in a coma. I found that.
They just laugh over her dead
and
body.
Naruto cackle for like a while.
Oh, yeah.
as she's
Yeah,
just
his
tied up on
mom's
the
just
ground.
like incapacitated on the ground,
And
and
they're
they're
just
just like
laughing.
laughing at
And
each
then they
other,
cut back to
making eye
fucking
contact.
Sasuke just getting lit up by the fucking daggers.
There's
and
some
shit.
good cuts.
Dude, we've
There's
barely
some-
talked about we're running out of time in this episode, but I think the last little bit needs to be us talking about the Sasuke Haku fight because we've like mentioned it but haven't actually discussed
Yeah,
what happens.
it's pretty fire.
It's good as hell.
So for a while
Haku
they are
slices Sasuke up.
for a while they're fighting just like kind of, knife fighting.
Yeah.
And Haku's like, holy cow, he's like almost as fast as me. And Zabuza's like, impossible, nobody's faster than Haku. And we learn once again that Sasuke rules. And then Haku uses a jutsu that like makes water into needles that Sasuke dodges, and then he's like, okay, now I'm going to use my real thing.
1,000 needles of death.
Well, yeah, so yes, 1,000 needles of death. And then he uses his real jutsu, which, Liam, do you want to make a critique that he didn't use his most powerful move right away?
I've already made that critique, and here we are. Here we are again when he could have just started with it. Here we are, another mistake by the villains. This is why they are 0-2.
We could make a case.
But Haku didn't want to.
Yeah, Haku doesn't want to kill Sasuke.
Well,
and we could also argue that more powerful jutsu takes more chakra. And
true.
It's implied that they do have limited reserves of that.
We did learn this.
So maybe that's a reason why they don't do it right away.
I'm okay with that explanation.
Okay.
Who do we
can come to this compromise.
Who do we think's winning it?
Okay.
Well, wait, hold on. He makes these mirrors, and
I already talked about the mirrors.
It's basically the Ocarina of Time Forest Temple fight where you have to fight Ganondorf and a bunch of paintings. I know not the whole audience might not get that, but I feel like enough people will get it that we can
the
just
whole
get
podcast doesn't even get that.
I don't read that.
Oh,
I've never Zelda'd.
Okay, we're not gonna get. There's already enough tension between us. We don't need to get into this right now.
I'm just picking fights. I got to. I was allowed to do the intro on this.
Katie,
one.
sorry, you were asking who you think's got it.
Yeah, who
do you think's got it? Who do you think is gonna win?
Sasuke's gonna win for sure, but Haku is gonna get a big clean.
Sasuke already lost.
Yeah,
Sasuke already lost. I think we can chalk that one up as a W for Haku.
We can chalk
because now it's Naruto versus Haku.
It's a new fight.
And like Sasuke might come back in, but like in the 1v1, Haku won.
Yeah, no matter what, Sakura loses. Okay.
Sakura unfortunately loses everything.
Yeah. I don't know that Sakura ever receives a W in this whole show. So you think Haku's gonna lose, but like survive?
Well, you told me Haku already won, so now I don't know.
No, I mean like this upcoming in the next couple episodes.
Yeah, he better.
Yeah, I think what's gonna happen is Naruto's gonna fucking distract Haku, and then Sasuke will get his energy back, and then he will take that over, and then Naruto kills Zabuza.
It's a 2 versus 1. They're dishonorable.
Yeah.
No. They're not fighting.
Naruto goes onto Zabuza, who's beaten Kakashi because he learned from his tricks, or it'll just be the same shit again, and like Kakashi will just fucking decimate Zabuza after Haku's taken care of.
Okay.
I
guess you know this is still the era where you know what happens.
Yeah, this is kind of like hazy for me, but I think I know what happens. So I won't get too far into it, but like. Yeah, Sasuke's down, so it's Naruto.
Does Haku make it?
I would assume.
We can't tell you. You have to keep watching the show.
Blink if Haku makes it out alive.
You have to keep watching the show.
He blinked.
Haku is Nappa right now.
Jesus.
Oh my god, I don't know what that means.
It means that we're in the first 15 episodes of an anime. Like, why would the bad guys make it?
Katie's looking dumb, trying to figure out if he's fucking with her or if Haku actually dies.
One little side note here.
Legitimately shook by this, I think.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm checking out. It's over.
Well, before you leave, before you run away to cry,
she did take the headphones off. Podcast over.
Not a lot of believe it's.
Oh yeah, we got to do a believe it count for every episode.
There really wasn't
very
a lot of
subtle on the believe it's.
They pick it back up, I think, though.
Okay.
So we watched 3 episodes. We went from 1 believe it
in episode 11
to 0,
which is I think that's our first.
That's the first
zero believe it.
Honestly, best episode too. Sick.
It was the best episode. Yeah, for sure.
That was not. It was no oath of pain, baby.
It was okay, fair. And then there were 4 in the last one.
4, okay, so we're getting back to it.
Yeah, they ramp up in the episode where there were none, Naruto was like knocked out at the beginning.
Yeah, it was like a non-factor.
Right, and he was so distracted by Haku.
He was so distracted. He couldn't believe it.
Yeah, he could not.
He couldn't believe it. So
this is Haku was the first thing that Naruto was unable to believe so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, in the trees, like I can't believe it.
Yeah.
But he was right in not believing that.
Shit.
Fuck.
Damn.
Ninjas, bro.
Is that it? Are we done with this?
I think we're fucking done with this.
Are we wrapping this one?
Thanks for watching, listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks
look
for
up
watching
Poochie.
Naruto.
Yeah, look up Poochie.
And then everybody, if you a real one, set your computer and phone backgrounds to Haku.
And
I will.
Or Sasuke.
delete your internet searches.
That's just a
Insult-
message. That's a message to specifically me.
Yeah, just for solidarity with Duncan.
Yeah. All right. I'll count down to a believe it.
I hate
God.
counting down to believe it. We can
3,
This
Believe
has
it.
never worked.
2,
Believe it. Believe
One.
it. Believe it.
Believe
Believe it.